There you go. Are we live yet, Stan? Well, all right. Well, good evening, everybody. Here we are, and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living in Visalia, California. This is our Thanksgiving Eve service, and we're just getting ready to get started, so just hang on for just a minute, and we'll be right back. If you're at home, we are so happy to have you with us, and I promise we're going to be back in just a minute or two, so stay tuned. All righty. Really? Maybe we should just have everybody eating pie out here. This is so funny. Am I still live, Stan?
Okay.
Well, here we are again. Welcome to the Wednesday evening live service here the night before Thanksgiving. And we got pie and we got stuff out in the kitchen, and you all aren't here, so it's all for us. Woo. Now, I hope if you're out there in cyberspace watching tonight that you have your desserts also ready. This is in preparation for the big event tomorrow, you know. So it's my pleasure to welcome you. I am Reverend Nan Bankston. I'm the senior minister here. And we're having this thing tonight so that everybody can have a little excitement, a little spiritual vitamin, and we'll get ready for everything tomorrow and for the holiday weekend. So I'm going to invite our practitioner, Sharon Bannister, to do a little invocation for us. Sharon?
Is this on? Is it on? Okay, thank you. Well, I am so happy to be here, and what I think is the most important thing for all of us is the fact that we are all one. And in this oneness, I am so happy to make this connection individually with the people who are here today, and also knowing that all the people out there in cyberspace are one with us as well. This oneness, this unity is carrying us through this day, through our holiday with other family members and friends, knowing that this is the time of the best connection we can make for each of us, for our families, for our friends. So grateful for this. I am so happy to be here. I release this word to the law of mind, knowing that each of us makes a good connection this day and tomorrow.
Thank you, Sharon. And so now we're going to start with a little bit of Karen Drucker tonight. And this is just a wonderful little song. I'm very pleased Karen Drucker gave us permission to use any of her products, any of her music, videos, CDs for our worship services here. So it's with great, great gratitude tonight that I thank Karen for this song. And it is called, I think appropriately, because we're getting ready with this holiday season thing, and you know, it can be a little bit stressful. This song is called I'm Too Blessed to Be Stressed. So sit back and enjoy it.
I'm too blessed to be stressed. I'm too grateful to be hateful. I'm too blessed to be pissed. I'm too blessed to be stressed. Not gonna let it get me down. Not gonna let it push me over. Not gonna let it run me around. 'Cause I know the truth. I'm too blessed to be stressed. I'm too grateful to be hateful. I'm too blessed to be pissed. I'm too blessed to be stressed.
So we got to give a special thanks to Tino, who was on tell me the name of it again. The cajon, which is a percussion instrument, and it was fabulous. Thank you so much. Tino is part of our One Hope choir that just started with us. And I'm so grateful that you're here. So it's a wonderful thing. That was such a nice little addition to Karen's song. And we're going to be hearing more from Tino and the other folks, as we go along here. So it's really nice to have everybody here tonight, and I am so grateful that you took the time out of your life tonight to get a little spiritual vitamin to get you through the day tomorrow and all of the holiday weekend. And we also have wonderful dessert vitamins here too, so get ready for those after we're done here. And for those of you out in cyberspace, I do so hope that you have some snack there that you're going to partake after this event. Harvest and Prosperity is celebrated in various ways all over the globe, and not necessarily on this day. There are commemorative festivals celebrating abundance all through Europe and Africa and South America and East Asia and the Far East, and some of which are offered to ensure that the next year's crops will be plentiful and enough for community needs. But tonight, I'd just like to travel beyond the holiday customs and celebrations to take a deeper look at the spiritual art and practice of Thanksgiving. The fourth step in our affirmative prayer that we call spiritual mind treatment is Thanksgiving. And as we always treat from our demonstration or the realization that for which we have affirmatively prayed has already been done in the law of mind, we give thanks and then we let go. And when we let go, we just let God do the work. Just letting God just do God's work, and we don't have to get in there and start tinkering around with everything. Dr. Ernest Holmes, our founder, writes in Spiritual Awareness, "Let us learn to make known our requests with thanksgiving and with acceptance, and having done this in the silent communion of our soul with its source, let us believe that the law of mind will do the rest." And from the glossary of the Science of Mind text, we have this information about Thanksgiving. When we speak the words of thanksgiving to God within, knowing as Scripture states, "Before you ask, I will answer," there is something in this attitude of thanksgiving that carries us beyond the field of doubt into one of perfect faith and acceptance and receptivity, realization and appreciation. Gratitude and thanksgiving are the motivating powers which attract and magnify the hidden potentialities of life. And I have to think that Dr. Holmes was right on point there. How many of us really think about giving thanks for all the good in our lives? Some years back I started giving thanks for another day of life every time I woke up. I started waking up, and while I was still in bed, the first thought I would bring to my mind was, thank you for this day. Thank you for the gift of life. I included gratitude as a daily spiritual practice, but that morning thing of waking up and giving thanks and starting my day with praise for life, that just connected me with the divine essence of love that I turn to throughout the day. And it's something I still do today, every day. I highly recommend it as a practice, a personal practice, to give that thanks early in the morning. Sometimes we just wake up and go, ick. But when we start our day with a little bit of thanksgiving, it can change the whole attitude for who we are and what we are the rest of the day. Now, there's also a little bit of difference between thanksgiving and gratitude. It's a real subtle nuance, but one worth understanding. The dictionary defines thanksgiving as the act of giving thanks. Now that seems simple enough, right? Thanksgiving is an action that we as spiritual beings take before we have even received, as is evidenced in our treatment process. Thanksgiving opens our receptivity to our good. To quote Dr. Holmes again, he says, "The attitudes of praise and thanksgiving are salutary. They not only lighten the consciousness, lifting it out of sadness and depression, they elevate consciousness to a point of acceptance. Praise and thanksgiving are affirmations of the divine presence, the divine abundance, and the divine givingness. It's only when we live affirmatively that we are happy, It is only when we recognize that the universe is built on affirmations that we can become happy. Now, the dictionary defines gratitude as a quality of being thankful, a readiness to show appreciation for divine kindness and to return kindness to others. Gratitude is the quality of being thankful that becomes apparent in who we are as we show appreciation for and return the kindness of spirit. Thanksgiving is an action we can take to affirm our attitude of gratitude for the good in our lives. Just for tonight, I want to emphasize the forgotten value of the action of thanksgiving. We are all spiritual beings, having spiritual experiences every day. It's just for us to be aware, open to, and welcome the good into our lives. As Dr. Holmes writes, our thoughts of thanksgiving and recognition should ever go up to the divine presence. Like the wise men of old, we too need to be guided by the star of life to that holy place within us where the little child we are, the child of that Creator God, is cradled in the arms of infinite love and wisdom. What a beautiful thought. Giving thanks in everything is a minute-to-minute practice of the spiritual awareness of a being who notes the beauty of spirit in action wherever we may be, whatever the circumstances may be. Saying thank you to others who extend kindness to us, thanking the ground we walk on for being there, thanking the skies above for the unbound spaciousness that they provide in a very, very physical world that sometimes seems so limiting. Thanking the plants and the animals for their diversity and their unique qualities and beauty. Let's be aware of the changes as we move into winter, too. You know, the winter is the season of less light, and let's give thanks for the shift in that. For even in the darkest of nights, that is when the stars shine the brightest, you know. In the darkest, stormiest times we may encounter as individuals, we can remember to give thanks for the light that is always shining, whether we see it or not, and it is sure to appear as the star of life guiding us to that holy place within where we are, cradled in the arms of the infinite always. So I'd like to close with another quote from Dr. Holmes. He says, "The attitudes of praise and thanksgiving lighten the consciousness, lifting it out of sadness and depression. They elevate consciousness to a point of acceptance. Praise and thanksgiving are affirmations of the divine presence, the divine abundance, and the divine givingness. And it is only when we live affirmatively that we are happy. If we make every day a day of praise and thanksgiving, a day in which we recognize the divine bounty and the eternal goodness, and if we live today as though God were the only presence and the only power there is, we would not have to worry about tomorrow." So I invite each of us to make every day a day of thanksgiving. As we lighten our own consciousness with thanksgiving, we are the conduits of compassion. And we give that gift of kindness to everyone with whom we have contact, no matter how near or how far they may be. And in doing so, we create a world that works for all. And so it is. Thank you for being here. So let's just seal that thought with a prayer. So, what I know is that there is only one power, one presence. That is that infinite loving spirit that I call God, Allah, Buddha, universe, source, God, Goddess, all that is. Whatever we want to call it, there's only one, and I know it as love. I know it as supreme love, as love that knows no boundary, knows no judgment, knows no malice, knows nothing but pure love for all of its creations, humanity, animals, plants, trees, all creation, the rocks, the sun, the moon, the stars, the skies, the fishes, and the seas. And I know that that one infinite loving presence is here always, in and around and through and as and is each one of us. And so I bring that to the mind right now. I bring it to the forefront, and I give thanks. I give great, great, good thanks for that infinite loving spirit that has created all that is always, always a beneficial presence in our lives, that is always a power that we can use for good, that is always love. And I'm so very, very grateful, and I bless each and every person here and those within the sound of my voice and those who are not, so that everyone may have a blessed, safe, and sacred holiday and have an enjoyable weekend being with their family, friends, or doing anything that is special to whomever it may be. And may we just live in love every day as the conduits of compassion that we are. And I just let this be. I release it right into that mind of God, knowing it is already done. And we may affirm it by saying, and so it is. And now we've got this little special thing we're going to do here. I have given everybody here a little card, and if you've got a card at home, a little piece of paper that you can write on if you're there hanging out, take a piece of paper, and everybody here has little orange cards. And so what I would like for you to do right now is just take a moment and think of what you are thankful for, what you would like to give thanks for tonight. Not gratitude, but what you are thankful for. Sometimes gratitude and thankfulness seem the same, but this is a time to give thanks. So, and then when everybody is done with their cards, we're going to collect those, and I'm going to do a blessing on all of the thanks that's given tonight, whether you're here in the sanctuary or whether you're at home. Because you know, God's everywhere, so we are too. Wherever we are, their spirit is. And you'll always hear me say there's only one of us here, so it's true. We are all part of that one. Unique, individuated creations. You want to grab it? And so Deanna's going to come around and grab the cards. All righty. It's almost like a little Easter basket, you know? Oh, my goodness. So, I just know that all of the thanksgiving, all of the giving of thanks that has been brought forward by each individual here is multiplied 1,000 times in their lives, in our lives. I know that we are fully connected, and that as each of us gives thanks or has gratitude for anything in our life, it flows over into the lives and loves of everyone everywhere. Like a ripple in a pond, when we give thanks and practice gratitude, it spreads out everywhere. And so I know that these words, these thoughts, these feelings, and these expressions are expressions of the love of the one moving in and through each person here and wherever you may be. And so I bless each one, and I know that each person is blessed and receives that which they are thankful for 1,000,000 times over. And so, with great gratitude, I just say, and so it is. And that concludes our service tonight. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being there out in cyberspace, and we'll see you on Sunday, same bat time, same bat channel, and it'll be perfect. We're going to have some big music on Sunday, and the place will be full of people running around and jumping and having a good time. So if you want to come on down, make sure you don't miss it on Sunday. It'll be a happening, I guarantee it. So I bless each and every one of us on our way tonight. Each and every one of us, until we meet again. I know that each of us travels safely wherever we may be. I know that the light of the Spirit guides everyone's path and illuminates every heart as these days proceed in joy, beauty, and wonder. And so it is. It is dessert time, so let's get after it. Thanks, Stan, for doing the AV tonight.